Hey guys, this is Deanne from Hope Point Mayo. I was just wanting to do a quick video to share some things that helps at night as far as opening up the airway. There are several factors that cause sleep apnea, and not just sleep apnea, but upper airway resistance syndrome, which is the step before, which is what a lot of people struggle with and don't know it, and they're tired all the time or just struggle with things during the day as far as anxiety and things like that, just because you're tired. But that's a different story. You can watch other videos where I talk about that. But just 3 things I wanted to share about that I've been trying that I have found very helpful, and I know it's recommended to help for opening up the airway more so to help get more air when sleeping at night. Maybe 4 things. I might throw another one in there. One of the things is nasal strips, or our nasal strips. This I just picked up at Walmart. It doesn't matter what kind you use. It's the same idea. I know there's one being advertised on Amazon right now through Reels, but it uses magnets. I don't know about those. I know I've used this and it works really well, and I've been surprised that I thought the next morning it would leave like a strip on my nose or something, but it didn't so far. The nasal strip, so this plastic part right here just kind of pulls up, so then in turn it opens up the airway. And so your nose, like the airway here, I know for mine it was like narrow, and now it makes it more open, and I can tell I'm getting more air. It's pretty interesting. So that's one thing, would be nasal strips. Again, I don't think it really matters what kind you get, just they work in about the same thing. Another thing would be nasal rinse. I've talked about this in the past, but you fill this up with saline, make sure, well, in water, but you can't use tap water because there can be amoeba in there that can eat your brain and kill you. So you want to either boil your tap water for 5 minutes, you can look that up, or it says on the saline packets. But make sure you use purified water. I just buy distilled water from the store, and you want to heat it up a little bit. For 1 cup of water, I do 30 seconds, but everybody's microwave is different, so just whatever is like feels accurate on your wrist as far as like it's not cold or hot, but you'll get it. But you fill this up, and then you do one side, hold your squeeze. I squeeze till about like that, and then I'm halfway done. Take it out, flip it over, and then squeeze the other. Sorry, my dog likes to join me. And then you do the other side, squeeze until it's all gone. And that flushes out anything that's gathered into your nose over the day, especially people with allergies, or if you work with a lot of dirt or whatever. And even if not, that flushes out the airway. And then when you put this on, that also opens it up. So now you've started with a clean, open airway. Then in the end, you can use tape. They sell all kinds of mouth tape, and you can buy whatever you want, whatever works for you. I use this because I like to save money, and I'm a cheapo, generally, not on everything. But this is 3M micropore tape. I think they call it, yeah, micropore surgical tape. It actually is porous, that's why it's micropore. And I just do little strips at a time. Sometimes I've done it here, but it's interesting because I feel like my front teeth over the night just kind of push my front teeth back, which for some people that'd be great. You could use that. Now I do 2 strips, little here and little here, but I make sure this is not totally covered so that I do have a backup if I need to. So I just tear off a little piece, put it here, tear off another little piece, put it here, and then I press and hold. And I actually do put some things on my lips so they won't get dry at night, and it works still. I push it on there. My daughter did try this, and she like loads her mouth up with Vaseline. She said it didn't work for her. So you don't want to get so moist in there that it won't stick, so you might wipe it just a little bit, but I told her this is way more important doing this than making sure your lips aren't dry the next morning. So doing tape or mouth tape, whatever you want to use, but mouth taping, that's huge. So 3 things. Well, you'd probably start with the nasal rinse, then you do the sinus or the nasal strip, and then mouth tape. So now you've got an open airway through your nose, but you've also making sure that your mouth is closed while you're sleeping, so now the air can go through and help you all night. Bye.